Oh, I look right here.
Woo!
Oh.
Welcome, guys. How we doing today? Welcome to the Push Power to Power Show. I'm excited to be here. As you can see on the background, is Happy International Podcast Day. Isn't it funny? Because I didn't even know today was International Podcast Day. It was us, a podcaster day today. To one of my friends texted me, and I saw him in the Facebook, and he put a picture of the podcast Houston family, and I was like, "Woo, that is crazy!" That like gave me more energy because I had like back to back. I have you right now, and then at 6, I have to produce another podcast for one of my clients. I was like, when I know that it was podcast, because it could have been like I didn't have no podcast today
Yeah.
because I didn't know about it.
We're rocking it.
But we're rocking it
I
today,
like
so I'm excited to have you here, Miss Caitlyn.
Thank you.
And I love just bringing a lot of value to you guys, and you already know we're here and we go right into the storytelling, we go right into the value, because that's what you want to know. That's why it's the show, the Push Power to Power Show, is unscripted. I'm not going to be here. Yes, I may have like little notes here, but most of it, we're going at it because that's what you like. You like the raw, you like when we're just talking here. I wish we had the Anastacio Tequila. That I don't have any. Andrew, come out.
We need that.
Woo, yeah. It's on the way. It's on the way. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So, how was your day today in the morning? What did you do today in the morning?
My day, it started off with walking my dogs. Typical day with my dogs and my boyfriend and doing some online marketing. Hanging out until this.
Yeah. How many dogs do you have?
I have 2 chihuahuas.
2 chihuahuas?
2 chihuahuas. They're my babies. My little fur
Like
babies.
little
Not really. They're like little weenie dogs. They look like weenie dogs.
Oh man, what color are they?
Tan and
Tan
blue.
and
It's like a blue-gray.
They're both boys or both girls?
Only males.
Only males.
I'm in the house with only males.
Ah, that's good. That's good. No males. You're the queen right
I'm
there
the
in the house.
queen,
Yes.
always, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So everybody out there watching, you're gonna know about her right now. So right now we're gonna go into you explain where you grew up. Are you from Houston? All of the little things that people want to know, because I don't even know if you're from Houston.
No, you don't know me.
I don't know you. I'm thinking you're from Germany or something, or Poland.
Czech.
From Polish.
Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, it's because I met a couple of Czechoslovakians because I work out every morning.
Really?
And then to me, I love talking. So I'm working out, and then I listen to them on the phone, and then.
Where are you
Excuse
from?
me. No, I already know how to go explain to a girl, and they're like, "Oh, I'm Russian." I was like, "Oh, okay." That was my first guess, and I love that. Like, and they're like so tall too. I'm like, I feel so short between them. But that's them. It's short. I'm like shorter to them. They're strong, but it's cool that you know that you're not afraid to talk to people. You don't have that fear.
I like that.
Being outgoing. That used to not be me before. I used to be shy.
No, I was a little social. I did not have any social skills, but now I'm a social butterfly. Hi, I'm Caitlyn. I'm originally from Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, the town, guys. Selena.
Yes, that's what everyone says.
Mm-hmm.
What's Selena? No, actually, so I grew up in Corpus. My dad was in the military, so we moved there when I was about 4 or 5. And then I moved to San Antonio, which is where I reside at the moment. I moved to San Antonio in 2018. Yeah, I've seen a fresh start, bigger city. So that's.
But Houston is bigger than San Antonio.
I'm in love with Houston.
Yeah. I live here almost all my life since I was all my life, and I still get lost in here.
I need a map wherever I go. I thought San Antonio was big. It's not.
No.
San Antonio is minute compared to Houston. I love Houston, the nightlife and everything.
I know, it's crazy, right? Yes, there he goes.
That's all I love. Yeah.
Yes.
But, San Antonio now, I love Houston. I spend like half of my time in Houston. My boyfriend lives here. So it's like half and half. So, I mean, traveling back and forth.
Who's this handsome guy?
It's just some man. I'm dating a man named Christian. We'll get into him later.
Yes. Most of you already know. I had a podcast with him a while ago, but I'm bringing him back to you because that was back in a couple of months. Now, more value he has to give you, especially now that Christmas is coming out. I'm going to leave it to her to talk about all that. You have Shopify store, now those store, and all of that stuff, because she does some similar things like him, right?
I do. Yeah, I do. He actually taught me what I know. So I was actually previously, before doing the marketing and building the websites, I was actually a bartender. And for a few years. So I was in the medical field before bartending. in and out of nursing school. I was a cosmetic coordinator for a couple years, which I love. That's like my second love is cosmetic, like injections, nursing. I love the medical life. It's amazing. But I realized the school wasn't for me, you know? And so in and out of bartending, I love bartending, not gonna lie. I mean, I'm very energetic, very outgoing. So I never really found my niche. I always knew I wanted to do something big, do something myself. I've never really wanted a boss because I'm too rebellious, and that's why bartending was good because I was kind of my own boss and I did whatever I wanted. So I kind of wanted to incorporate that into the job that I have now.
Good tips there, sir. Because I did bartending too.
Really?
I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great.
I got cut. I have like a scar here. Like I broke one of the things and it cut. I was bleeding. I didn't even want to go home to die. I still wanted to work. The owner was like, "You gotta go home."
Okay.
Like I had put in since I'm okay. It was a Friday, so I was like, I already had drank a couple of shots. I was like, this is whatever. It's just a little cut, but you can So I had to go home, and that was like, oh man, I missed it. But we learned that, out of the works, like you have worked like bartending and all that, have you applied some of the stuff to what you're doing now?
100%. So I was always a pretty outgoing person to begin with, like my childhood and everything. But, growing up, you have your insecurities, trying to find out who you are. So I was kind of in my shell for the majority of the years a little bit. And then bartending was where I started to shine. Mm-hmm. You meet so many different people, so many amazing people from different parts of life, really, And so I found out that I'm like the biggest people person ever, and I just love people. So that's what incorporated e-commerce and what I do now. It's amazing, honestly. So,
and you love it. That's when you love something. I tell people I don't call it like this. I don't call it work or anything. It's just like you fuse with it.
Right.
You fuse with it, and you're like, when it's like, hey, you look. I'm like, I don't even call it work, dude. I just do it, and it's just I love it, and it's like I was telling Christian, you can put your hours. He has a son, I have a daughter, so it's like, man, something happens, I know automatically I can recall the client and be like, hey, can we reschedule it? Family comes first. But working with somebody, I couldn't do that.
You can't do that. You get punished for that.
You get fired.
You
get fired. I did that a lot. If you leave, you ain't gonna. And I never got fired, but that was the first that I was telling you leave, you're gonna get fired.
All right, watch me.
I'm like, all right, watch me. I'm the one. I'm doing more work than these other kids, and you still paying me a little bit. And I was like, that's where I knew that I was a leader everywhere that I worked because I always put a lot of effort, but they never wanted to pay me more. Like they saw you like, okay, he's the one doing more, and they want to just add and add.
They take advantage.
There he goes. That word.
That's why you have to work for yourself.
Yes, you have to take advantage of you, of everything that you know. Not somebody else taking advantage of you. That's just not right. Mm-hmm. That's not human. That's not even called a human.
We're not going to do that here.
No, not here. But before we even get to that e-commerce and then digital marketing, do you have a funny story or something embarrassing that happened through your life? And when you were teenagers, when you were 16-year-old.
Wow, I have a lot of crazy stories. In high school, I was extremely rebellious, so I'd have a lot. I was attacked by a dog when I was 3, and I had to have plastic surgery on my lip.
Oh,
I got attacked by a chow. I was squirting a water gun at it, and it attacked me. I broke 2 girls' arms during cheerleading. I dropped a girl. I broke this girl's foot. I have a lot of
that is crazy. That's
stories like that. I wrecked my dad's truck, and he never found out.
He never found out?
He never found out. No, I was 18. He had a brand new, Chevy Silverado. Brand new, and I rear-ended someone, and he never found out. I was like a little, not a bartender, I was like a shot girl or something. I was like 18 at my cousin's club. Ruined the whole left side. My money. I was like,
have you tell him that now?
No, but I'm gonna make him watch this.
Yes, make him watch. Make him watch it like that.
To this day, I was like 16 or 17. He never found out, and I messed up a couple cars of his actually. Totaled one. I didn't know what happened. I went to a party and I let this guy drive. Like one of my little high school friends to pick up his friend. He was romping curbs and just completely. I don't even know still what happened. I'm stories.
But those are cool. That's what makes the bondage with the audience, makes the bondage with everybody, because there's always that story that is funny or embarrassed or something that really happened to you. And man, through all the people that I had here, some people are like, can I tell? Like, it's a little bit, like, yeah, man, go ahead. And they want to make sure that they can tell that story. I'm like, you will go ahead.
I have a lot. I mean, I don't
One, say one, like, get into it and that you actually remember and that, like, it hits you and you're like, I need to tell this story so they can kind of know a little bit more about who Caitlyn is.
So what do we want? We want funny. We want
right. You want a scary story?
Huh? A scary story. No. Let's see. So funny stories. I don't know. I mean, my whole life is funny. I don't know, like a good one. I'm extremely. I don't know a funny story. A good story to make everyone.
To make everybody like not laugh, but to kind of be like something that, or let's put it this way: did you feel some way that a story that when you, it don't matter what age, that you felt that you were gonna become an entrepreneur, that not that you had it in you, but that.
Say less. Okay. So growing up in high school, I was always like how I am now. And I wouldn't say outgoing, but I always told my girlfriends, like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be famous. I remember on the last day of school in 7th grade, I gave this girl, she was like, oh my God, I'm not going to see you. She was moving away to Maine or something. She's like, give me your autograph because one day this is going to be worth a lot of money. So I had a lot of friends like that. For some reason, I just wanted, no matter what I did, I just wanted to be known for what I did. I don't know if it's being an author or entrepreneur, or I wanted to be a model at one point. I just wanted to do all these things. I never really knew, but I always knew I wanted to be in the spotlight. The spotlight is where it's at.
Yeah, attention.
I like to, yeah.
If you don't have attention and you have a business, where are you going to go for it?
Exactly, yeah.
You can do so many things, but if you really want to be really, really successful, you have to put outside your attention. No matter how many haters, no matter how people they like you or not, they gotta have your name and their tongue. Like, oh, Caitlyn, yes.
That's what I've learned. No matter what kind of attention, if it's bad or good, you're still getting it.
You're still getting it, yeah. And that's the best of it. But not a lot of people are built for that. Not a lot of people are built to be an entrepreneur.
I mean, it's hard. It definitely is. I mean, a lot of people can't. Just like, like TikTok gurus, Instagram, whatever, like those models have a lot of followers. They get hate every day, but some people haven't been able to handle it. If you're the biggest star in Hollywood or if you're just known on YouTube, you're going to get backlash at whatever you do. Whatever, you literally, I'm sure,
Oh, yeah.
You had yours and you just have to,
it hurt me. Like, I remember when I started the podcast, I was like, because at the beginning it was scripted. Like, I had a script, I had questions and ask, and it wasn't even called this name. It was a different name. And when I started looking at the audience, and they're like, it's boring, and they're telling me, we don't want to listen to this question. We really want to know truly who is that person.
Mm-hmm.
And I started learning from the audience. I was like, okay. That's when I started, somebody in the audience said, why don't you turn it to a storytelling? Because you come in, you throw a story, throw value, and we actually know their thing. Because some people that I have here, like entrepreneurs, they tell you, you know what, I lost my business, I lost $5 million. They come and tell it, all of that, big. And I like, that's what the audience wanted to know. When I shift mindset,
real, yeah.
They loved it. They're like, how did they lose? And then they will ask questions. So if they didn't ask the question, I already knew, like, more intrigued. Yes. Yes. So now we're going to get into, how did you get into that digital marketing and e-commerce?
Well, story time. This would be one of the stories, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was bartending, obviously. This was just, less than a year ago. And I met this person named Christian. And that's what he specializes in. He has over 10 years experience of doing this, and personally. And so, we started dating, and he told me what he did. I built websites, I helped do digital advertising. It went in the ear and out the other, literally, right? And so, like I said, it went in the ear and out the other. And so I would just see him. I was like, what do you actually do? Because I never really paid attention. I worked 3 days a week, and we would always hang out. and I would see him not doing anything. I'm not going to say that, but he didn't have an office. He's on his own hours, and so he had all this free time. And I'm like, what do you do? And he'd be like, baby, I already told you. I'm like, okay, but honestly, let's sit down. What the hell do you do? I was actually, and then, so a couple months later, he sat down and he told me, this is what I do. It's exactly, like, started showing me, and that intrigued me. Showing me, him building websites, showing me the digital advertising, and then, he would go on like Facebook with them, Facebook Live, and I just started to see exactly what he did, and I thought it was badass, And then recently, I was so tired of bartending. After years of it, it wears you down.
He does.
The
Yes, he does.
the late nights, and I was up till 4 or 5, and getting up at like 8 or 9 the next day. I did that for a few years, and I'm almost 27, so I started. I need a career. Nothing's wrong with bartending, but that's not what I want to do. I have a plan before I'm 30 to be someone big.
And so you're 27 right now.
I'll be 27 in November 10th. So I'm 26 right now.
So we gotta go celebrate.
Just say that. And so yeah. So there was a point. There was one night I was bartending, and I had just a feeling, I can't do this anymore. Nothing crazy happened. Nothing happened to me that night. I just remember I called him, and I was like, I can't bartend anymore. I don't want to do this. And Christian was always telling me, babe, let's go do this. Why don't you try what I'm doing? Because I'm going to be really good at it. You're such a people person. I'm obviously hardworking. Let's try it. And I was like, no, I don't do that. No. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't want to. And then this night happened. Tonight, like from bartending and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Holy shit, sorry. And so you said, you know what? Let's do it. If you're gonna go full throttle, let me teach you everything. Let me put you under my wing. Let's do it. And so I was texting him, and I was behind the bar, and I quit. I just walked out.
Don't you just
Literally,
walked out?
I just walked out, and I had my manager was like, "Where are you? Where are you?" I was like, "Sorry, guys, I'm done." Like mentally, and I'm not saying the place I was at was toxic, but
you were at that moment where you didn't know what to do. Like, you're like, I don't want to be here. It's not bad, but this is not me.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's the same thing 3 nights a week, same people, same everything. I just felt stuck, like I was like a fish out of water. I was just like suffocating myself. And so that's when I told Christian. I was like, okay, let's do it. I'm ready. Let's make a difference. And he's taught me everything. I'm still
learning. It's a learning process.
Learning every single day, and I'm loving it so far. And I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah. So how long have you been in it now?
About 6 months.
6 months. That's good.
I'm a newbie.
But 6 months is good. You're deep in it.
I'm learning it. Yeah. So Christian and I always joke he's teaching me what he's learned in 10 years in the full amount of time, and I would say I'm catching on pretty quickly. It's not easy. It's a lot of people think it's just press a button, let's advertise this. No, it's so tedious, and it's so to make like the most littlest poke or whatever on Facebook advertising. You can mess it up, so it's very tedious, and that's what a lot of people misinterpret about it. I love it.
Did you ever had before him like somebody that like a coach or mentor that was telling you, hey, this is where you should go, where you should be, that they saw you doing something else?
Like besides this.
Yeah, it could have been your dad, like, hey, telling you, hey, you got bigger dreams than.
Oh yeah, so. I mean, my parents never wanted me to bartend, but my dad, I have a brother. My dad was a Marine. My brother's in the the Army.
Yeah.
In the Army. And so my dad always told me, like, why don't you go into the Air Force? So I was in and out of nursing. I was just lost, not knowing what I wanted to do. And not that I was being lazy. I was always thinking daily, like, what is my passion? What is my damn dream? Like, what do I want to do? And it's hard because you see all these people on Instagram who, I would think have their lives together at my age, or married, 2 kids, and so it's,
Yeah.
you kind of compare yourself, and you can't do that. That's one thing I've struggled with, is just comparison and being happy with yourself. And I finally realized at 26, I don't need to be like everybody else. I don't need to be married right now. I don't need kids. Like, no, I'm trying to have fun, build this empire with Christian, and we're just doing it day by day and seeing what happens. But yeah, my dad wanted me to go to the Air Force. He talked about nursing school too, and I liked nursing school. It's just being in a hospital. I just didn't want to be
long hours. So.
Yeah, I didn't want to be confined. No matter what kind of nursing, I wanted to do like cosmetic. That was my thing. But even that, I don't want to be in an office for 8, 9 hours. And I'm too. My personality, I think I'm too much for that.
Yes.
Yeah, I would just walk out like I did my last job.
But it ain't nothing wrong to get. I know a lot of people that they've done that. They got out and they said, it's enough. They don't know. And we were talking about when we were walking about fear, and then when they jump out, they're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, because their mindset's still not there. So they're like, man, I shouldn't have jumped out. Who's gonna pay my bills? I need to pay this and that and that. But that's why I always say entrepreneur is not for everybody, because that jump in, everybody thinks like you were saying, always just press the button and make it happen, or somebody's like, hey, I don't see the statistics of the results now. It's like it takes time. It's a process. So that's what you're saying from him. It's a process. It's time.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see. He told me, I'm not seeing the beginning for Christian when he struggled, and I'm seeing him, at the top doing well. But he reminds me, I get very frustrated with myself. Like, how can I get customers? Just the simple things. He's like, babe, like, it took me 10 years to be where I'm at. You're so new. You're going to get it.
Yep.
It's a process, but I'm so determined, and I'm so impatient, I guess. I'm very impatient. So it's like, no, not even like the money. It's not about money. It's just I want to be better at everything. And when I don't get it at the first time, I'm not like, why can't I get it? But it's a process, and it's definitely just a learning experience every single day. And so.
And the money's gonna come to you. That's what I tell people.
Exactly.
When you're involved in it, it's just you're not even gonna know. You're gonna look at the bank account and what the hell? When did that grow?
And that's what he and I actually talked about this morning. Is we're not looking for money. We're not chasing money. We're chasing the freedom. And when you make the money, you get the freedom. That's what everybody wants.
Yeah, and everybody, like we're talking right here, and we're telling you, I always tell people, money is not the root of all evil. Money is gonna give you options to do things that we're doing.
Yeah.
Things that when I have friends that are telling me, like, damn, I see you here, I see you there, like, damn, like, what are you doing? Like, where are you working? I'm on my schedule.
Exactly.
I tell one of my friends, he's an entrepreneur. I told him that I was like fighting with my head because I was waking up a little later, a couple of days, like 11 or 12. But I mean, I'm taking care of my business,
Exactly.
And you know what he told me? Do not negotiate with yourself, dude. That's fine. He's like, because he owns some brick and mortar. He's like, dude, if you wake up at that time and in 2 hours you killed your thing, you're good. You're free. You made that money. And he's true, because the last time I did some work, some video work that I'm doing for, like we're doing it for the tequila. I'm doing an extra work for the whiskey. He knows the guy too. And I went in there for maybe 30 minutes and I got paid like, what, 4 or 5? In less than 30 minutes? And I was like, what? And then people, and I'm like, how? And people don't even get paid at an hour. They pay $8, $12. And I was like, that's because, like he told you, 10 years. Now when you do a work for 10 minutes, it's that experience that you put in. I can be doing it in 30 minutes, but I can come to you and do it in 5 minutes because I already know how to do it. Exactly. That's where the money's at. It's that value that you bring in, but people don't understand.
Great value. That's what I've learned. Yep, you have to create value.
And he's always right. That's why every time he puts all of the stuff in Facebook about building community, building this, not chase the money. It takes time. It's a process. It's a process. That's where other entrepreneurs don't get it. They want it now, or they thinking like you said, Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm that type of person. Sometimes I'll admit it is I want it now. I want the success now. But Christian has definitely humbled me. Thank you.
That's good, because I used to be in the same spot. I saw people with their Lamborghinis, and I mean people with Bentleys the same with them, and you're like, damn. But when they start telling their story, like it's like, hey, I've been doing this for 15 years, and your mindset, your mindset is shifted, and you already know. You're like, okay, I can do it too.
Yeah, you just have to all about mindset at the end of the day and what you really want. And like I said, chase the freedom, don't chase the money. The money is going to come, and the money is going to give you the freedom to do whatever the hell that you want to.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, because we can be right here and say, hey, you know what? Let's go to Miami. We just plug.
I was just thinking about Miami. Yeah, that's what.
But those are the things that, like, when I met Kristen and we sit down, because I go to his house a lot too before he even met you, and it's like, hey, we could just do that. Like before, when I was at work with somebody, I couldn't do that and say I'm leaving or like I'll be back. Like I'm doing it before now. Like I went to LA to a mastermind, staying in Hollywood, and I was like looking at myself at night, and I was like, the old Jesus would not be good. The old Jesus would tell me, the old Jesus would be feared to be like, I'm gonna get on a plane and go to Miami and spend all this money. I mean, LA and spend all this money. No, and I was over there like, like enjoying it, purely enjoying it.
That's when you know, you just sit there and you're like, wow, like I'm here on a Saturday, I don't have to work. You know, like that's one thing about me is I worked weekends and I have weekends off, and it's wow, I took it for granted.
And you hit one point right there that everybody that is watching, that their mindset is sleep only on the weekends. Even if you're working for somebody or you're working for yourself, the mindset is like, oh, it's the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, I'm gonna go out there and party and stuff. Like I don't even see the days anymore. Truthfully, like when people tell me it could be Tuesday and I'm running on a Friday or I'm running on a Monday, that's me.
You don't know.
I don't even know the day no more. But I like that because I'm still putting the work and I'm still giving value to other people. And I'm being me. I'm being humble. I'm not trying to, if you're not ready for it right now, I'm not gonna give you time. I'm not gonna push you. But it's a learning because I used to be the other way. Push. Your cards, here, call me. I need to be a client, But that's when I started having mentoring, coaching, and all of that. Everybody has to have a coach and a mentor.
Oh, yeah.
And the same coaches and mentor, they have their own coach and mentor. They're learning. It's a learning progress.
Every day
it's an investment.
It's a life investment. It's not, Christian and I don't have a goal. It's once we hit this, we're going to be happy. Or once we hit this, we're going to do this. It's every day. It's just, you can expect.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate it.
Celebrate. That's what we're doing every day.
It can be so tiny, or it can be like, I celebrate when I fail. I love that. People are like, but you didn't even close that client that was going to pay you. I'm out there celebrating. I'm like, you got to celebrate the winnings and also the losing.
Yep.
Because that's going to fill you up that like, I didn't close them. That's fine. I still feel good. Let's go get it.
Exactly. But you're going to get the next one.
You're going to get the next one.
Even bigger.
Even
you
better.
have to have the complete, you have to like, not lose yourself, but sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before you become anything.
Yeah.
I think that's what multiple entrepreneurs.
And or have that story, because every single one of us have that story that made, like you didn't want to do this, and then you saw him, you touched it. That's the story that brought you like, hey, I really want to build up something with Christian. Let me build it. That's that story that's bringing you to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like me, my story is my daughter. That she's my wife. She's my everything. The company is under her name. Everything is under her name. And like I like putting money aside for her too. Even though it's her company, I'm still putting money aside for her.
Yeah.
And I look at it, and my mom is happy. She's like, man, that your daughter, when she sees that's hers, and then you still putting money aside for her, that's like, and then she's like, you change. And that's good, because you need to change. I never used to be like this. My mom will always say, like, she's my top coach. She would tell me, like, she would be like, you know why the doors are not opening for you? Like she told me once, because you are forgetting the little small things that truly matter.
For sure.
And if you don't change that mindset, that little dot right there, those doors that you want them to open, they won't open. Man,
a little
dude,
shift, yeah.
When she told me that, I switched that mindset and opened it up, everything changed.
Yeah.
And I love it. Everybody's like, oh, I had my mom, because they don't believe in you and stuff like that. They do. They truly believe in you. But I sit them down. I said my dad and my mom, and I actually told them everything. And, hey, we're in the era of 2021.
Yeah.
This. And now they understand. Now they understand about Facebook, Instagram, this and that. They truly don't know what I'm doing, even though I explain it to them. But they're like, if you're happy and it's making you money, they're paying the bills, like, congrats, man.
Yeah.
Keep on doing that. And it gives me the time that I'm the only one in the family that owns, my own business, and my mom has to go to the doctor, my brother work. I'm the one that I'm gonna take care of. I'm
Oh, you do that?
I do that. Yeah, I do that for them. Unless like if they know that I have a podcast or meetings, like hey, you know what? No, I can't go. But most of the time, I switch it. I pretty much know like when to do it. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I'll take it, and that feels good to me because if it wasn't that I would have been, if I would have been working a 9 to 5,
Exactly.
Uber, and then the money and Uber it went up again, and it's like, and now it's like that makes me happy that I can do that for them.
That makes me happy. That's cool.
I know.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I've hit lows. I've been homeless before. Like I feel like once I get, this is my first podcast, but one day I'm going to talk to 500, 1,000. I want to talk to so many people, especially women. That's what I can't wait for, and I know
Women
I already.
Empower.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm all about.
I can help you with that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I know a lot of groups of women empowered, and I can help you with that and put you around those people.
Yeah.
I got invited a couple of months ago to a woman event, and I was the only man in there.
Really?
Yeah, they were all women. It was intimidating. It was like, but I mean, there was a lot of beautiful women, and I'm singing. And I was like, oh, this is cool, to me. And I like, but they saw what I was bringing the value. They brought me out there, and I talked to them. And man, this is cool. I mean, you're the only man here, but you understand about this. Like, yeah, man. It's not about like everybody in the 9 to 5 and like putting the woman under. Like, no, you're on top. You're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
on top.
That's one thing, and that's what I want to do. I think everyone has a story, and I can't wait to share mine because I've been at the lowest of the low, and a lot of people don't know. There's a side of me that a lot of people just don't know. In high school, and just friends that know me, I've never really discussed. The lows of my life, and that's one thing I think I would like to share and open up. Because, like I said, everyone has a story.
Everybody, and that those lows, the ones that they feel like that's where that pain comes from.
Yeah,
where it brings you up. That's
what
where it brings you.
Yeah,
that's what brings you, Caitlyn. That's what and he knows like that pain. That's what brings you. Like when I feel down and I don't feel like doing it, and coming into here and do some work, and my mind is like, hey, my daughter, like, I gotta go do it out there. Oh, I'm tired now. Like already, it opens up, and like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I put a post last time he saw it. It's like I'm here in the office, and it was those days I didn't want to do nothing. I went in there. Maybe I came in for 2 hours, but I actually took some work, and I did it. But I couldn't stay home and sleep, and I was doing that. I was at home in bed, and I couldn't go to sleep because it was the mentality. Our mentality is so different. There was like, get up. It was like, get up, get up.
That mind, in the back of your head, you have to get up.
Got up and came over here and got a coffee and sit down and did what I had to do. And it's understandable. There's some days that we're gonna feel like shit.
Right.
Like you don't want to do anything.
Right.
And those are days that when I'm like, forget this, I'm just doing Netflix today. I'm
like
done that,
Sundays,
dude. Popcorn and I'm just.
Oh yeah, Sundays are our chill days. Like we won't get out of the bed, and we went and celebrated his sister's engagement Saturday, and so Sunday, I wasn't feeling too hot, and I was like, don't ask me to do anything. We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna sit in bed, literally Netflix all day, and that's the best. It kind of recharges you too for such a successful week. You have to give yourself that. Whether it's the gym, we hike a lot, we do a lot of things.
Yeah, I seen you in the little videos when you were here.
Oh, he just took me. Yeah, cool. I did. What is it? MMA for the first time, and that was a few days ago. When we got out of bed, I couldn't even my whole body is sore. Like I didn't know parts of me could get to feel like this, so I've been walking weird all day. But yeah, that was fun. So staying active, doing what makes you happy. Everyone has their own thing, so do what
makes you guys. Do what makes you. It's like I tell everybody, you have to find you. That's it. Nobody else. Forget about everybody's opinion. Your mom's, anybody. You have to find out who truly. Even now, like today, that was like when I was working out. I was like meditating, and I was laughing at myself, and I was like, I still haven't found truly who Jesus is.
Oh, for sure.
Like you won't find that.
I don't think anybody will.
No, we won't.
Whether if you say you do, you're a big fat liar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I was laughing, and somebody I was working because I like working in nature in the park.
Yeah.
I go out there and run, and somebody looked at me, and they're like, "What you laughing at?" And I told them, it's like, and they were like, "Huh," because they didn't thought about this. They're like, "Oh, so that means I haven't." And they walked away like I just put a little seed in them.
Yeah, it'll plant a seed because I don't care who you are. You're Elon Musk or Britney Spears. No matter what, you don't know who you are. I mean, you can have an idea, yes, but you every day you're still trying to figure yourself out. And that's one thing I've been struggling with that since I can remember is, wake up, who am I? Like, do I know myself? Am I okay? But I realized recently that I'm not alone. Everybody feels like that.
Everybody.
I mean, everybody has those trying to just figure out who exactly they are, and it's a lifelong process, and it should be a fun process. It shouldn't be, it's everyone's doing it, and I think it's like exciting.
It's like we make. I understood that like we try to make everything hard, but everything's simple. But it's our mind.
I'm guilty of that.
And I've been in there like
so guilty.
Sit down and be like, I'm like I even get mad at myself. Like I'm making it too hard when I like shift it and you're like switch your thinking and you're like,
have to switch the thinking. It's all about
oh my God, look at that. It was simple. I just did it in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
But your mind is like, it's too hard. It's this and that. And it's like what they say. Every thought that you have in your head, it becomes a reality. So if you're thinking negative, it's going to happen.
That is what I've been. So yeah.
See, yeah. Somebody got me to that. Like a friend that is a podcaster, he told me that, hey, every thought that you have in your mind is going to become reality. So if you're thinking about this and how you're going to build this, and you're already building in your mind, it might not be here right now, but it's going to build soon.
You're going to create it. Yeah. If you have negative, you're going to create negative.
And why would you want to be? I tell everybody, why would you want to run this side negative thing when you can go here?
And it's so much easier to be positive. I mean, they're going to have times where you're like,
but we all have that.
I can't do it. I'm guilty of that. Mental health is something that I have struggled with all my life, but I've learned actually from TikTok. Not gonna lie, I feel like TikTok, it's kind of weird. Not saved my life, but I follow all of these. I love psychology, manifesting, and positive thinking, and all these things have helped me. For like when COVID started, I kind of went into like a deep little sadness, and TikTok has progressed into like your own therapy in a way.
And it helped you, so that's good.
It helped me tremendously. All that I follow is just amazing people and psychologists and self-help and mental awareness. And that's one thing that I love. It's not right here. You're not going to be right anywhere. So get your mind right.
Yeah, and then you can educate some other people. You can help another girl that is maybe having the same.
And that's exactly. I have a couple
lift her up.
Cousins that
and the family's a little bit tougher to getting to them. Like,
it's hard.
And I'm like, but look at me, I'm doing it. So like, don't question at it.
And
I'm like,
yeah, and I know I have like two little cousins. She's like 17, so she's in that age. We're supposed to go to college, and she deals with it, and so she actually reached me out. She sees I'm doing well, and we come from the same walks of life, and I'm just telling her like, you're gonna get through it. You're a bad little chick. Just get through it. You're a bad bitch. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to help out as many people, especially women, girls, that I can.
Yeah, especially in like the society we live in right now. It's a lot of craziness out there.
Don't get me started.
Right. So it's better to at least, like I always tell Chris, at least we help that one person that's watching this, and whoever's watching this is gonna be like, I needed that today. That one person that we reached out to, because that one person is going to reach another person.
Yeah, and what's cool is you don't know if you you could just meet anybody that walks through your life, but you truly sometimes don't even know that you made such a crazy impact on it. Anyone that you meet during the day has some kind of impact on you, whether subconsciously or not.
It's true.
And I've met some people hiking or something that I'm like, wow, that was the most beautiful human being, not physically, mentally, and I don't know, you never know like what kind of impact you're gonna make on somebody. So that's why be the best you can be. And that's it. Anyway, so
I know, yeah, everybody that because nobody uses it.
Oh really?
Nobody uses it. They always come to me. Because they know I'm a podcaster. Even though I educate them and teach them how to use this stuff, they don't do it.
Okay.
That's why I done podcasts for you, so I can do the podcast for the business owners and entrepreneurs. They don't have to worry about it. I just do everything behind the stuff, and they're happy. Yeah, and I'm happy. I'm happy when I'm behind the camera and watching them, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is cool."
No, this is my first one,
and it's gonna be more, man. Trust me. Like, I didn't stop. I stopped doing my show because this is my show because I'm producing other shows.
Okay.
But I'm bringing back to do more of my show because now I'm building more of me and investing on more on the podcast, that I'm meeting other podcasters that are already high here, and there's some of them that are coaches and mentors. And I'm gonna bring one to interview, and that's like one of my like top mentors and coaches. I'm excited.
What?
Yeah, he's making millions already, man. And
Really?
and he texts me back like if Rob texts Christian, like a regular person.
That's
And you know,
awesome.
there's some people that get to that point that
To their head.
yeah,
ego.
into the head, or
Yeah.
no, he texted me back, and I'm excited. He's excited. When you know that they're excited, and like he
Gets you
knows,
pumped.
gets me pumped, because he knows like I bought his course. I'm about to invest in another course that he has, because everything that he's teaching me like at that process,
Yeah.
and then I can educate other people about it.
Yeah. There you go. It's like a chain. What you learn is an ongoing little chain reaction.
But before we even finish, we want to give something out there to the viewers that is positive, that is coming out from you right now. Anything that comes up to them.
Yeah.
It can be you can do both things, like one for the woman and then one for everybody. That's because I know I have a lot of people that watch it.
Yeah. In general, I think no matter where you're at in life, you know, you could be struggling or you could be just trying to figure out where you fit. Just bust your butt. And it's okay if you don't have it all figured out. I still don't have it figured out. And it's an ongoing process, like we were just talking about. It's every day is a challenge, but it should be fun. It should be celebrated. Just find out what you love and just bust your ass and do it. Your future self will thank you. You can go to Miami. You can go to wherever you want and celebrate it and have a lot of cocktails.
Oh, and this is funny because I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and I was asking her what she wanted for Christmas. I can start buying this stuff right now. I don't want to leave it at the last minute.
Yeah.
I'm always like at the last minute, and she was like, she already everything she told me, I already had it written down, but I wanted to make sure that was the same thing she wanted. And then she's like, "But the most thing I want to go when I go and see, because she's not here, she's in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I want to go to the movies with you." Like she said that, like the simplest thing. What did I say about the little things?
And it just means so much.
Yes, because she wants to be with me. She wants to have that period, because it's not only about buying her an iPad or anything.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, she laughed. She was like, I had another one. She was like, what? I want to go to France. I don't even know where she got it from. You know, like,
you know what?
I'm like, hey, I've never been to France either, so it could be a good for daddy and daughter, you know, or trip and enjoy those pictures and moments. And I was like, yeah, it's like let's do that. I was like, but like I said, when you had that mentality back then, when we didn't know that we were going to be entrepreneurs, it's like now. Failings, the process, the left, the right, the good, the worst, all of it.
It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's fun. And a lot of people think also, yeah, you know, I would always see on Instagram, you know, I can't be that person, you know, traveling and like having fun in life. I was like, I could never be that person. The hell you can't. Yes, you can, because I'm proof that you can.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody can do anything. There's people that we know in person that they just live the life on adventures, you know, Miami, Dubai. Yeah, they're making money on their the computer.
Oh, for sure, and that's one of our goals. You know, it's to travel. You know, become it's like an influencer. That's what we want to do. So.
And it's not that you're gonna do. You are gonna do it. You're already doing it. You have to break that bomb. Like I was like we're saying, oh, maybe no. I am gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
I am gonna make those 6 figures.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know, because when you start saying things differently, and your mind stops you and you won't do it. But when you start saying, I am wealthy already. I am rich already. When you say that big, powerful word, I am, man.
You have to act like you already are.
And when you visualize something and you see it, and others don't see it, but you start seeing your future self already being there, that right there is powerful, because that's where I am in that position right now.
And it's so powerful. Manifest. Just manifest.
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction. Exactly. That's what I learned over COVID. That's what really helped. The law of attraction. Manifest, because it works.
Energy.
And it will work. Yeah, it should be a good ball of energy. You know, if your intentions are good, only good can come out. Yeah. So.
Man. Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything more to say, guys. Thank you for watching this episode in the Push Power Show, and you'll be able to hear it on Spotify, Apple, Alexa. That's cool. they send me an email and they're like, hey, they can listen to the Push Power to Power show. Like I can go on my Alexa, hey Alexa, episode 3.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, to me, that's like a big accomplishment.
No,
I
that's
told
really
one of
cool.
my
I like
family members, like, I can do that. Like, yeah, man, go check it out. And they're like, you pop it in and
Yeah.
like, what? I can hear you on Alexa. Like,
Ooh, I love that. Yeah.
I'm like,
also,
those accomplishments are like amazing. And your accomplishment that you're doing with Christian.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was fun. Any of you guys, well, everyone who's watching, I have Instagram. It's Caitlyn Rae.
Mm-hmm.
That's my username. I have Facebook, TikTok. It's all the same. So, yeah, if y'all need any help with building websites, facial.
That too.
Facebook advertising, Google advertising. I do it all. I'll help you out.
And I make sure that when we share this, it's gonna be on the comments, so you can go follow her. Just click in her Instagram and follow her. And any questions,
Yeah.
automatically go and ask her. She would definitely answer you back.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we're gonna make it happen. And she will be back. Trust me.
I can't
We're
wait.
gonna be doing a podcast from the beach in Miami, and then
Ooh,
Dubai.
Dubai. I wanted to go to Dubai so bad.
No, that's in my list. Now France too, because of my
Yeah,
daughter.
you have to go to France first.
I gotta go to France first, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Christian, I ain't going back no more, man."
We have to go over there to your podcast.
I'm staying here for a month. But that's what it is, that you can drop everything and be like, "Hey, we're going to Dubai for a month."
Let's go.
And then come back and you already have in your mind, say, "Oh, I'm gonna work harder again. I'm gonna make my money, and I'm
you
gonna
can
go again."
work where you're traveling.
And you work where you're traveling.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the magic of it. Wherever you're at,
Beauty of it.
get on your computer, sip your drink, and just chill.
Dude, I eat on my phone. I close deals. I know he does that.
Yeah.
Close deals on my
What
phone.
are you doing this marketing?
I didn't send the invoice through the phone. Boom,
Yeah.
there you go. Then bling, it's right there sent. It's like it's amazing.
Convenience. We love
This
it.
technology is just amazing.
Technology. Oh yeah, it's helping out everybody. So
Oh yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll definitely have her back. And don't miss the next episode of Push Power Power Show. And don't miss around 6:00 today. A Spanish podcast, man. Voces que inspiran. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, man. I produced that podcast for her, for Avis, and she's bringing top-notch people, man. People that are like 1-2 million followers in Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all in Spanish, but I built a community with her, so now anything that we need help, and the people that are yourself, and I know that are like, hey, let's help each other out. That's what it's all about, building community and trusting who can you trust or not, and say yes or no. It's all about that. Not being afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Man, we can keep on talking. I love this,
No, it's really
so
cool,
thank you guys, and
Thank
then
you.
we'll be posting soon on Spotify and Apple, like I just said. And we're out, the Push Power Power Show. Yeah, thank you, Caitlyn.
Bye. Thank you.